Hi, this is Janos, it's Real Audio, and this video is about digital, about those of you uh, who have heard two very different camps, or maybe three different camps of uh, people, what they think and what they say about digital sources, and namely cheap CD players. Because what you see there, that's my very cheap Onkyo CD changer. It's a 6 CD changer, and I've been listening to it and done some comparisons. I have my heavily modified PS Audio DAC, and I know many of you will say that that's BS low end crap, but uh, the mods that I did on it and how it sounds, it's uh, well, uh, I think I can say that I cannot really name really much on the market that I would rather plug in instead of that unit. So anyway, I think it's a pretty decent unit the way it sounds, and so what I was doing and why I made this video is because just now I was listening to music using these sources, and not just now, past couple of days, and using different amplifiers. I used the CJ behind me, and I also used the Darling amp, and also the Ampexes where they are, right there. There's one of them, and there's the other, and both Lagrand and the voice of Lancelot. So lots of combinations, lots of different musics, and here we go. So and I will share with you experiences that will validate all the camps. I mean, the camps, some of them. Number one, those who say that cheap CD players are crap and they don't sound good, and you should just go for expensive decks. And I had that experience, and I had the exact opposite experience as well. That the cheap deck, I mean, the cheap CD player sounding better in certain conditions than the more expensive one, and uh, and and also uh, digital sounding. Well, not better than analog, but kind of, and also analog sounding better than digital, and and also lots of combinations. But and so apparently, what I can tell you guys is depending on what equipment you have and how you match them up, you can fall into any of these camps and you can wholeheartedly say that that's the truth and that's the whole truth. But what you do not know, because you don't have the experience, is that that's not the whole truth. That's your local truth. And that's how certain combinations work out. You can combine this Onkyo CD changer in a solution that it's unlistenable. So what I was doing is when I was playing about an hour ago, this maybe now 2 hours ago, the CD changer, it was going into the CJ driving Legrand, and it was just unlistenable fatigue, and it's just really bad. I couldn't listen to it. Even the cats ran out of the room. But then, was it the CJ? Was it so bad? No, it wasn't the CJ. I was also listening to the CJ with the PS Audio deck streaming. And wow, that was awesome. Streaming Moderat. And that was just like freaking like being at a Moderat concert with Lagrand, those babies here. And yeah, so then you would say, yeah, streaming is the way to go and get an expensive deck. Or maybe if you don't want to shell out $20,000 for an expensive deck, then get something cheaper and just tune the heck out of it and transform it into a DAC that plays at the level where those $20,000, $50,000 DACs play. And and then yeah, it's just amazing. But hey, now I did the reverse. So I went for the voice of Lancelot, driven by the Ampexes, and I was driving it with this Onkyo CD changer, and I was listening to Gustav Holst's music from CD, and it was just absolutely magical. And magical in a sense that the experience was not any different than my last experiences of visiting concert halls and listening to a full symphony orchestra live. It was the same. Well, now I put the volume a little lower so it played quieter, but I can tell you guys, and I have told you a million times, that if I want to play as loud as the symphony plays loud, I can crank it up. Now I'm just so tired. I don't want loud music like that. So I played a little quieter. You don't have to blow your eardrums when you listen to music. That's not what life is about. It's just adjust the volume to your mood. If you are just tired, exhausted, and you just want some, you know, quiet music, or to to fill you up, lift your spirits, fill you with beauty, you can get it, you can do it. And if you are in a highly energized, hyper mood, maybe you are on something, then you can really crank the volume up, and that's what you will feel. Um, but anyway, uh, the experience was the exact same as in the concert hall, and I wasn't even thinking about what source I'm listening to, whether I'm listening to digital or analog or whatever, or is it just a lowly CD or high res, or those thoughts didn't even intrude into my mind. We were just, both of the cats came, and the three of us listened to it for the whole CD basically. And it was just fantastic. And towards the end, that's when I was starting to think about the sonic properties of it. And that was because I wanted to do videos for the channel, and that's why my thoughts get hijacked to this audio route. And that's when I started like doing the active mental comparisons against live experiences. And I found that every single aspect, the weight of the music, the dynamic range, the transparency, how the instruments are perceived, was just as bit as good as the live experience. So so that's it. You can even make a digital sound excellent, and I know I haven't even started tweaking it, and now actually I don't even know that I want to bother with tweaking it at all. But I can tell you guys that it has tremendous potential, much more than I thought of. But also that if you are not pairing it with the right source, I mean, right amplification, then it won't be good. And I cannot say that the CJ reveals more than my Ampex, because it's quite the other way around. The the Ampex is how they played Gustav Holst is just, as I said, as the live orchestra with every fluting detail. And when I listen to the CJ, whatever I listen to, I always have that mechanical aspect to it. And it's not as rough mechanical as the majority of the solid state gear, which is just purely mechanical and analytical, and there's not even music about it. And if there's music about it, then you don't have the details. Then it, so I think that's the catch 22 of solid state technology, is that you either get resolution and detail, or you get musicality, but you don't get the two together. The Michael Yee PA1, at least in the modified shape, um, that's the only one that can do the two together, to have resolution and detail and musicality at the same time. Um, um, but anyway, I don't even know what I wanted to say, because my thoughts is about the cats. They are really sleepy as well, so I gonna feed them and then just say good night. Tomorrow is a long day, long working hours, and kaplach. Bye bye.